So, you're unsure if you need to utilize a Mac or a PC for your audio recording? Keep on watching this video. What's up everybody, Chris Lee back with another United Destiny and Entertainment tutorial video. Hey, check this out. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get more videos like this in the future. Alright, so what's up guys, Chris Lee back with another video. Hey, check this out. I know that there seems to be a lot of confusion out there whether you should use a PC or a Mac computer for your audio recording. Guys, before you even go through the rest of the video, the simple answer to this is you need to get what you feel is best fit for your needs in general, okay? It doesn't matter whether you're utilizing an Apple computer. It doesn't matter whether you're utilizing a PC computer. What matters is your specific needs. Now, let's just go ahead and talk about that. So right off the bat, first and foremost, we need to go into which audio program you want to actually record in. If you want to use Logic, then you would have to purchase an Apple computer. Considering that Apple makes Logic for Apple products only, then you won't be able to record inside a Logic Pro on a PC computer, okay? Now, if you start recording with other softwares like Pro Tools and Ableton and other things like that, those type of recording programs are going to be compatible with both Mac and PC, okay? Now, when it comes to deciding which one is best fit for you, again, that's going to be your personal needs, okay? Next thing you're going to need to focus on exactly how much recording space are you going to need for your computer, okay? So if you're somebody that's just getting started and you do basic like 2-track recordings with maybe like 1 take or something like that, then you may not need a computer with a bunch of space, okay? That's going to be based off your storage and how much storage you have on your computer. Now, I'm going to give you my honest recommendations, okay? I tend to go ahead and utilize both, okay? I utilize Apple products and I also utilize PC products to go ahead and do a lot of my recording, but I also do full production work. So I do audio, video, graphics, the whole 9 yards, okay? Now, the reason why I choose to go with a PC over Mac products is simply because I can actually change out the components whenever I want. I just built this computer last night, okay? This computer is an absolute beast, an absolute workhorse, okay? I have over 64 gigs of memory. I have over 4 terabytes of space, giving me more than 4,000 gigs to record with. I have a RTX 3090 for a lot of my video editing and production work and things like that. And this computer also has an i9 12900K CPU chip in it, making it great for recording in Pro Tools and a lot of my audio programs, because the majority of the time your audio programs is going to be based on a CPU and a number of cores that's going to actually help you get a lot of recording. Yes, it's going to be based on some of the RAM and the memory, which by the way, I'm going to recommend at least 16 gigs minimum. Now, let me tell you this. Your computer is going to need the memory to process a lot of like effects and things like that that you're going to be utilizing, as well as the cores inside of the computer, okay, when it comes to recording. A graphics card is not going to mean as much or anything really when it comes to actually recording this out of your recording software, because this is more for video graphics and things like that. So a graphics card is not necessarily mandatory when it comes to building a computer. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos in the future showing you guys how to go ahead and build basic computers when it comes to recording audio. I'm going to do other videos for video and things like that. Having a computer with the over $1,000 graphic card, this piece right here, this is over $1,000 alone, just this graphics card by itself, okay? That's not even including the rest of the parts in the computer. This is more so for my video needs and gaming needs and streaming needs and things like that. But it has nothing to do with any of the audio, okay? So it's not necessary that you build a computer with one of these. The reason why I choose a PC over any Apple products is I have that control. I have the control if I want to change out the memory sticks. I have the control if I want to get a bigger hard drive for my computer. I can change all those parts out in this computer by myself. I don't have to worry about going to Apple and buying just a computer with the base needs. I don't have to worry about buying an Apple product that doesn't fit my needs when it comes to recording. Yes, the base models when it comes to buying Apple products is definitely going to get the job done. But where I feel like Apple doesn't do a good job is when it comes to the hard drive space and things like that. Usually you're going to get a system with 256 gigabytes or 500 gigabytes for the recording space, and that just may not be enough when it comes to recording. Not to mention, a lot of their base models usually come with 8 gigs of memory, which is just not enough when it comes to recording, okay? Granted, the minimum requirement for a lot of recording programs is 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes minimum, things like that. But I definitely recommend that you have a little bit more just to make sure that your system is able to handle a lot of the processing and things like that, okay? I have recorded tons of times when I had older systems with even Apple products to where the CPU or the system wasn't able to process well enough while I was trying to record, and I would keep getting like this playback error or not being able to record or whatever the case may be. So you want to make sure that you have a system that's powerful enough to handle all these things, okay? And that's why I recommend going with the PC version if you're going to be in a position like me, because I do a lot of heavy CPU intensive recording as well as video recording, streaming, editing, and gaming, okay? So that's why my computer has all these components, but I do love the fact that I have the control to be able to add more memory, to be able to add more hard drive space if I need more, to be able to add just, anything that I need to get my recording process running smoothly. That's my personal choice. Now, yes, I run both on both systems. I run Logic, I run Pro Tools, I run Cubase, I run FL Studio, Ableton, a lot of different recording programs. And I can tell you this, that I use both of my systems to get a lot of my recording done. But if I absolutely had to choose one, then I'm going with the PC, because the PC is more compatible with a lot of the software, a lot of the VST plugins, and just being able to do the overall video recording, audio recording, the whole 9 yards. I'm able to just get everything done, including streaming, gaming, everything in an all-in-one system. That's not to say that an Apple product isn't worth it. Apple products, especially with the M1 Mac Minis, they were really inexpensive and they were just easy enough to just go ahead, pick the system up, buy it for, believe like $700 or something like that. You can put Pro Tools on it, you can put Logic on it, you can put even FL Studio on it, and you can go ahead and record. That's what I love about it. Now, since I'm a huge fan of Logic, it's a huge bummer that I'm not able to use Logic on a PC computer, because if I could get Logic on a PC computer, I would honestly never buy an Apple product, because it's just not worth it. Yes, it may be fast. Yes, it may run efficiently. Yes, it may be just an easy to use system. But in my opinion, if Apple made Logic for PC computers, everybody would go this route in general, just because you can do everything on a PC. It's compatible with most of your recording programs, video editing programs, just a lot of different things. Your VST plugins, everything is easier on a PC, okay? Now, I'm not saying not to buy the Apple product for that reason. I'm just saying that if you want to have more expandability, future-proofing, and be able to make your own customizations to your computer like I did, then you can go ahead and do that and build one yourself, which I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that in the future. The problem with the Apple products is you're not able to customize the computer once you purchase it. Once you purchase it, it's stuck like that. So if you only have 8 gigs of memory, you're stuck with 8 gigs of memory. If you have 256 gigs for your hard drive space, you're going to be stuck with that. That's not going to meet a lot of people's needs, because it's already expensive pieces of gear when you buy Apple products, and then you got to go out and purchase more on top of that, external hard drives or whatever, to try to get the most out of the system. This, again, if I needed more memory, I can just get on Amazon right now, buy cheaper sticks of memory, right on Amazon, have them shipped out to my house and install them in my computer, giving me more memory for my computer. If I need another hard drive, I have access to add in that whenever I want, making it super convenient, okay? Now, this is going to be more so based on recording. When it comes to recording, you're not going to need a whole lot. So in that particular case, you can buy a PC or a Mac, and they're both going to get the job done. Again, it's just going to matter on how much your workload is going to be when it comes to you recording on your system. There is no such thing as that Pro Tools just works better on a Mac than it does a PC. Or, FL Studio just works better on a Mac than it does a PC. They're the same software. They do the same thing. Now, whether or not your operating system or the updates that you may be running with your actual computer on Mac or PC, a lot of the Mac stuff on the M1 chip isn't really up to date and compatible with everything. So you may have plugin issues, or you may have software issues, or whatever the case may be. That may be something to consider. While the PC is the majority of the time across the board, it's already compatible with all your VST plugins, all your recording softwares and things like that. It's that much more convenient and easy to use because it's already good to go. Apple is still working on some updates when it comes to using a Mac computer and really trying to get them more compatible with some of the software. It doesn't mean that they're not a worthy company to go to when it comes to buying their products, because it just works great. That's why I own one. That's why I use both. Now, when it comes to the price, you are going to spend a lot less trying to build a computer than you are trying to spec out an Apple computer, okay? Or a Mac computer in general. A lot of the Mac computers, when you try to get like the high specs or match the specs that I have in this computer, you're going to easily pay $4,000 to $5,000 for that system, okay? And that's just to get it to a good range of being able to handle whatever you need it to handle. Again, if you try to just go overboard, fully max out a Mac computer, you're probably going to pay between $4,000 and $8,000, depending on the specs that you get or the components that you get for the computer. This route is going to be a lot cheaper. You know, if I went from 256 gigs to 500 on trying to upgrade my Mac computer storage space, they probably charge me another $200 to $400 for that, when I can easily go on Amazon and get me a 2 terabyte hard drive, or SSD, M.2 drive, or a regular SSD, it doesn't matter, and only pay about $150 to $200. That's pretty cheap compared to paying $400 for, you know, another 250 gigs of hard drive space extra. I'm paying and getting going from 250 to, you know, 1,000, another 750 or something like that, and then another 1,000, another gigs or whatever. It's really just the smarter buy to have 2 terabyte, which is 2,000 gigs, versus, you know, 256 gigabytes. Okay, you see the difference in that. So it's definitely the better buy to go to PC route. Now, I'm unbiased from this aspect because I utilize both, and that's something that you guys need to understand. But for all my needs, the PC just gets it done. From the editing softwares, from the recording softwares, the video, the graphic softwares, the photography, everything I'm able to do on this computer, and it's able to handle it, okay? And I'm always building PC computers because I like to build for my needs. The thing is that I have computers right now. This was an upgrade that I built yesterday, okay? The truth is I didn't even need to upgrade it. I could have just took my other computer that I bought, or my other computer before that, and still utilize that system. That's the best part about it. If you try to utilize a Mac product, every 5 to 10 years, every couple years or whatever, you're going to be forced to upgrade, because either they may change something that is not compatible with some of your older audio gear that you may have purchased, or it may have like FireWire ports, or it may have something that is no longer supported in their newer systems, which makes your old audio gear obsolete and unable to be used. And that sucks because you waste a lot of money. I did it. I had to go through it. Things that I bought from my Apple computer was no longer supported in the newer systems, and I wasted a lot of money because I was forced to upgrade and buy extra parts and extra recording gear to be compatible with the newer systems and things like that. With the PC, you don't have to do that. A PC is either going to have those FireWire ports, or it's going to have a lot of the older USB ports or newer USB ports, or whatever you need to be compatible with your system, and it just works. That's something that a lot of people don't want to admit, but I'm going to admit to you guys because it's super important. Is the computer system that you're going to be building, or the computer system that you're going to be buying, is it going to be compatible with your interfaces? Is it going to be compatible with any of your hardware gear, whatever the case may be? You have to keep that in mind. What if you buy the Apple product, which is really known for not having enough ports? What if you buy that and it's only enough for, say, your audio interface, but you still need to utilize external hard drive ports, MIDI keyboard ports, and whatever else kind of ports on your computer to be able to have your setup? I love my PCs because I'm able to have my audio interfaces plugged up. I'm able to have my MIDI keyboards plugged up, my mouses, my keyboards, my external lights and my setups, everything going to my computer to be able to control the light set up in my room and things like that. I'm able to do that. Now, granted, I have some external lights, but just to be able to have multiple ports on my computer, USB, USB-C, 3.0 ports, 2.0 ports, whatever the case may be, everything is all on here. With my Mac Mini in general, I've struggled to have enough ports. I've had to buy extra pieces of either hardware that comes with more USB-C ports or USB ports or more USB hubs and things like that to try to plug it into the computer to try to get a lot of things running at the same time. And honestly, it's just not enough. I have to unplug things and I'm going to use this for this moment and use that for that moment. Now, if I want to upgrade to the newer systems, it's going to cost me more money. And it's also going to have more ports, but I'm still going to have to go through the process of having to spend more money. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to be forced to upgrade the system because Apple decided to put more ports on an upgraded system that I have to pay $1,000+ for or more than this one here. I don't agree with that concept, but that's something that you might want to think about. My PC, I have external hard drives and everything hooked up to this thing and it's good to go, okay? So that's something that you may want to consider. Now, granted, the M1 chip, it just works. It's really fast. The M1 Mac computers, they work really well when it comes to recording. But I have ran into some issues myself as far as Logic's issue, as far as like video editing issues in Final Cut Pro, and as well as some issues as utilizing some of the other softwares to try to export and render on that system. What can you afford right now? Can you afford the M1 Mac Mini or MacBook Pro or something like that? If you can afford it, then go ahead and pay for it. But paying more for it and then having it do less or having it do not enough for what you need may be a con in the future. So if you're going to pay more for an expensive product, but it can't do as much as you going the opposite and utilizing the opposite product, then what's the point in paying for it, okay? I would rather go with the one that's going to be able to handle all my needs flawlessly versus me paying top dollar for it and it don't have enough ports or it's not able to perform, it don't have enough memory or don't have enough hard drive space or whatever the case may be. You have to be smart on what your budget is and you have to be smart on knowing if it's going to benefit you or not. If it's not, then don't waste your money on it, okay? Workflow is going to be super important for everybody. I feel like when it comes to PC, a PC is just a lot user-friendly, okay? A lot of people knew from growing up how to install software, where to actually install a software, where the programs are and everything. It's a lot easier on a PC. A Mac, if you never used a Mac before, you're going to be confused on how to get to certain folders or certain drives or whatever the case may be because you're going to be lacking that experience. It's also been a problem that finding out exactly where I need to install a lot of my Waves plugins or my third-party plugins or whatever the case may be. It's kind of a pain in the butt if you don't exactly know where to go. Now, and this is coming from somebody who used Apple products over a decade now. That's something that you may want to consider. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just going to take you some time to figure that out and see what you need to do. For the majority of the people, they just want to record. But if you just want something that's just like smooth, it works, say if you buy Logic Pro and you only want to record with Logic, then go with the Apple product because once you purchase Logic, install Logic, all you got to do is go into that program, import your beat and start recording. Okay, and I'm going to assume that you know a little bit about actually making some type of music, okay? It's just going to work right out the box. The same thing with the PC side of it. If you know how to work the PC, install your software, Pro Tools, FL Studio, Ableton, Cubase, Cakewalk, whatever the case may be, you're going to be able to install those and it's going to work right on your PC. Everything works. I'm able to run multiple softwares on this computer. I wish that I had Logic for PC, but they don't make it. If they do, then I'm never buying another Apple product again. You know, this is just going to be my way to go. A lot of you recording, you just need a system that's able to record and run your plugins the right way. So you definitely need a system with some memory. 16 gigabytes is even getting to the point to where it's just not enough. A lot of Apple's basic products are coming with 8 gigabytes, or you can upgrade to the 16 gigabytes, but you're going to pay a lot more money. And honestly, it's even getting to the point to where that's not enough, okay? Computer systems lately are needing 32 gigs or 64 gigs of memory to be able to run smoothly or handle a lot of plugins and things like that. That's something that you want to keep in mind. So if you are recording and you love to utilize a lot of your third-party plugins or your plugins in general, then you definitely want to get the system that can handle that. If you don't have the budget to pour all that into the Apple product, you're going to pay at least between $3,000 and $5,000. And that's for some mid-range, bare minimum to mid-range stuff. Then you may not want to go the Apple route, okay? But if you go the PC route, then remember, you can go and pay at least $400 for, I don't know, like 64 gigs of memory. That seems like a lot, right? But try putting that number into Apple products. If you try to get 64 gigs of memory, go do the numbers on the website. You're going to see it's going to cost you a lot of money. Or if you want to upgrade from 256 gigabytes, which is barely even enough to install a few programs like the Creative Cloud plus Pro Tools or something like that. You want to be able to have your main hard drive, SSD drive, which is fast to be able just to install your applications, and then utilize a secondary drive to store all your music, video files, pictures, downloads, etc. You don't want to work off all the same drives. So 256 gigabytes, even 500, is almost to the point to where it's not enough. The new standard is becoming at least 1 terabyte hard drive space, which Mac do make those products and you can buy that. But again, if you do the PC route, I have 4 terabytes in here. This like blows my Mac computer out of the water, okay? It blows it completely out of the water, and I only paid about $2,500 for it, okay? If I put this same computer into a Mac computer, I'm definitely, for as far as parts, I'm definitely paying over $5,000 in a Mac computer to get something that's even close to this, okay? If you guys are interested in me building you a recording computer, or you want to do it yourself, either way, I got some videos on the channel where you can learn it. But guys, if you just want me to build it for you, set everything up right for you, and just have it shipped to you ready to go, then go ahead and contact me. I'll go ahead and build the computer for you. I'll charge you for the labor. I'll build the computer to your specific needs. All you're going to have to do is basically plug and play. It's going to be ready to go to record, and you're going to be golden. Any issues that you have, I'm going to teach you guys how to go ahead, add memory, take out faulty memory, change out your hard drive, change out anything that you may need, the motherboard, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show you guys how to do all that. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. So if you are new to this video or you're one of my subscribers, I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe if you're new here, and don't hesitate to share this video because I'm definitely going to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway of my other workhorse computer that's going to allow you to do video editing, recording, graphics. It's just going to fit your needs for recording in general. Tons of space, tons of plugins, the whole 9 yards, okay? Other than that, guys, make the right decision that's best for you. There's no right or wrong answer. I just wanted you guys to go ahead and take into consideration of what I had to say in this video pertaining to space, the hardware, the budget, your recording needs, the platform that you feel most comfortable working on. These things all matter when it comes to deciding which one is going to be best for you. But like I said, if it were me, I would go with the PC. If you guys want to go with the Mac, it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Mac computers are great. That's why I own both. That's why I work on both. But I just feel like this is my #1 workhorse for me. Everything that I need done. And this is the one that I stick to as a must-have every time, okay? If you're going to be somebody that's just recording your songs, then you're not going to really need a computer that can handle a whole lot. You just want it to be able to record smoothly so you can get your songs recorded and then send them off to your boy, me, to go ahead and mix and master your song. I'll handle all that computer space and heavy intensive mixing and mastering and things like that on my system because that's what I build it for. Please like this video. Please leave me a comment and let me know in the comment section which one do you prefer, Mac or PC. and why. I want to know why, and I want to know what type of workflow you utilize it for. What do you have? Are you just doing video, recording, music, making beats, whatever the case may be? I want to know exactly what it is and the specs of your computer so I can see what others are actually working with. But other than that, guys, I truly appreciate you for watching my video, and as always, stay tuned for the next video.